Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. I hope you had a great Easter weekend. If you did celebrate it, I hope you spent time with your family regardless. We're doing a buyer class this Saturday at 1 o'clock. You can sign up just over there. You get a free book, you get free cookies and coffee and all the rest for about 2.5 hours. We're going to talk about what lenders look for, how to get the best rate, and also how to avoid the rate trap, which is sometimes falling into a low rate and finding out that the terms really are to your benefit. What to look for in a home inspection. We've got real life slides there, new versus resale. There's 3 first-time buyer incentives that together could combine to equal more than $13,000 in free incentives for you. And we talk about all of them. We break down the hidden cost, all the step-by-step stuff, and you really walk away armed with a lot of information. So it's a great use of your time. It's about the same time to watch the Lego movie as it is to watch the buyer class. So it's up to you. I mean, the Lego movie is kind of cool, but come on over if you think it would be of help to you. We've had about 500 people graduate from the class in the last 5 years, so the link is just over there. We have 27 listings, one of them duplicated for some reason, and we start off with this one on Costigan 319. It says it's 1,500 square feet. Be very cautious because I don't think it's 1,500 square feet. Make them show you the floor plans if you need to, but you've got your kitchen plus a family room here, open concept, and then it also has a master bedroom on the main floor. So this could be really good for a single that wants to avoid stairs. Condo fees are $80 a month. They don't include anything really beyond building insurance, but 2 bedrooms downstairs plus another rec room. Might even be an okay setup for like a roommate kind of situation, but it's a little bit high compared to what else they've sold for. Saytalk is $329, and I think compared to last time, I think they adjusted the square footage compared to the previous listing. I remember seeing it and thinking, it's a little bigger than the average. It could help them. Siding and backing onto green space, you've got more of an original floor on the main level, laminate floor on the second. I don't know if the pictures really blow you away. The kitchen is not bad, but at $329, this is record-breaking territory for condo towns. Anything over $320 would break a record. And I've seen cosmetically homes that have sold for less than this that I would say visually are more appealing. So it's a good location. Outdoor pool, all the rest of it in the complex. Let's see what happens with it. I think they're going to have a tough time at $329. Short read is $330. 2 driveway spaces. It's a cherrywood model, so it's basically got a kitchen plus living dining open concept, 2 bedrooms upstairs, and 1 full bathroom. That room probably is big enough to fit about a queen-size bed plus a small side table, but not much else. Short read's a good street, too. There's lots of parks nearby, green space. It's probably a little bit on the high side, but they sell all the time in the $320 to $330 range, so it's not that far off. There's the second listing. Dalhousie's $379. It's a moon seed, so it's 1,278 square feet. It's got nice finishes. You've got your California shutter and upgraded light fixtures. Those are the details that sometimes make a big, big difference. I don't know if it's really worth this. I mean, most of them are selling in the $360 to $370 range lately. People ask, is it better to buy the 3-bedroom or the 2-bedroom? The value is more about the size of the home. You might get a very slight premium for the 3-bedroom because you're opening it up to a little bit of a bigger audience, but there's always going to be somebody who wants 2 larger bedrooms instead of 3 smaller ones. So buy for your own use. It's going to retain value regardless. The 3-bedroom maybe has a slight advantage, but we're not talking big money. We're talking about probably less than 1% of the value. Kavanaugh is $419, $890. It looks like a Lewiston, which is 1,585 square feet. If that's the case, I think it's a good deal. Compared to what else is sold, the light fixtures again make a big difference on something like this. Taking out the builder mirrors, put some nice framed ones. You don't really have to put a picture of the garage. It's not going to make anybody's dreams come true. They know it's a big box. Panton Trail is $429. That's your main floor right here. And then you've got a little island that comes off of this little wall area. It's a pretty nice open concept floor plan. And then you've got nice sized rooms upstairs. Mismatch on the hood fan and the stove. I probably mention that about once a week. It's such an easy thing to fix, and it has a huge effect. The finished basements are normally done by the builder. It's probably a little high, at least in my eyes, but we've seen them sell up in the fours. That won't be a problem for them. Whitmer's $449. It's a Robindale, 1,600 square feet, and Heathwood does have a premium put on them, but I just don't see it. For 1,600 square feet, you could go over and pay $420 for the one we just reviewed. I think it was the one we just showed a couple homes ago, the Lewiston one. Anyway, I just think that at some point you got to draw the line and say, I understand it's a nice home, $30,000, is it worth it? Coates is $449. Here's another example: 1,900 square feet plus a finished basement, semi-detached on a bigger lot for the same price. And so, I get it. Like, the Robindale's nice, it's got the 9-foot ceilings. This one has a bit of a convoluted plan. Mismatched appliances again, very, very fascinating. There's a little pass-through window right here that you can kind of see in the dining room, but I'm too tall. My head is basically at these cabinets. It's an interesting floor plan. Let's put it that way. It's like probably nothing else that you'll see right now. There's an open area right here. As you go up the stairs, you'll see it's all open. There is a 4-bedroom plan where they actually fill that area in above, but it does have a lot of space. It's very long and narrow, but there is a fair bit of space here, especially for $450. It's one of the larger semis you'll find at that price. Murray Meadows is $459. It's a townhouse. It says 2028 square feet. If you look at the measurement right here, 2028 square feet, but that includes the finished basement. So just be careful, because some people will quote it as total living space. Some people won't specify at all, but technically the square footage is above grade. So it's main floor plus the upstairs, not including the garage, but including staircases and closets. And it's actually measured, if you want to get technical, it's measured halfway into the wall. So the actual, if you measured out the exact floor plan, you're going to find it's less than the quoted square footage, and that's why, because it goes halfway into the wall. Irving Terrace is $459, semi-detached. It's a Spring Ridge model. It touts a separate entrance. Basically what happens is you come in the garage, and then you've got stairs that go directly down into the basement. There's still only one means of exit from this home, so when you talk about being legal, it's questionable. There's other very nice, same model as this right now. There's 2 of them I can think of that are listed at the same price, and they've got premium lots. Irving's a nice quiet street, but they've definitely got their work cut out for them competition-wise. So Holland Heights is $460. And so we've got a townhouse that's probably, I think it's around 1,900 square feet plus. Looks like it has a finished basement. I wouldn't say it's overly impressive inside, but there is a lot of living space for the price you're paying. 9-foot ceilings also make a big difference. We've got Laurier at $464,905, which is a strange number. Some sort of cosmetic interesting features, like this little sort of highlight around the island. Islands, I think, create their own kind of highlight, and there's some of the tiles are offset, some of them are, it's weird. Like, these are offset, but these ones are kind of straight. The counters, I don't know if I'm in love with the counters. The parquet floors can be a tricky floor, but you get a bit of leeway for being an older Milton. The one thing about these homes, though, this style of home, it's a great, first of all, investors love these because you can split them up and do all kinds of things with them. They have a ton of space inside, so there's a lot of living space in these 5-level back splits, and that's going to be to somebody's advantage for sure. Grantway is $474,900, and so we've got 1,900 square feet plus a finished basement. Kind of what you'd expect for semi-detached this area. For some reason, the semis on the west side sell for substantially more than the east side, and so my advice to these guys would have been, put a stove in, like just help people along with that process, because everybody looks at that and says, you know what, I'm gonna have to buy a fridge if I like this place, or a stove, or whatever else. dress it up. You can find cheap used appliances, and that's a very ideal move. Savaline 49. We've got a Milano. So this is a weird kind of room right here. It's like I guess it could be used as a home office, but the way it's laid out, if you go see this one, you'll see what I mean. It's a bit of a tricky one to configure. Probably the first time I hiccuped on Milton Daily Homes in over 800 episodes, and we're going to leave that in because that's how we roll. And our vision really when we do Daily Homes is to just kind of tell you what's on our mind when we're going through this stuff. Powys is $498, semi-detached, 1938 square feet plus a finished basement. It's a good open concept plan. I'm a big fan of these ones. The 9-foot ceilings in the semi make a huge difference, and not sure how I feel about that, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. And let's just get down to the finished basement. These are all bedrooms. The blue tile's messy to replace, but it's not that hard, and it's not that expensive really too. There's your finished basement, and overall I like this one. I like the width of the lot. You are a little close to the train tracks here, so you will hear some of that noise. A lot of people say to me, over time you just don't even hear it really. 3 satellite dishes. Just make sure with satellite dishes that they're not attached to the roof. When you take them off the roof, they can leave holes and you can have all kinds of problems. There was a semi 1987 square feet, 50 square feet bigger than this, with a finished basement and a big lot, and it went for up in the 530 range. Sorry. So there is some argument for where they're priced. Usually if you're getting more than 500,000 though, the home is usually more than 2,000 square feet. Giddings is 514.9. It says it's detached, but it's actually linked by the foundation. Functionally, it looks like a detached home though from above ground. It's all right. You've got some granite counters here too. I like how they did the faces on this side versus just the flat wood. You'd know what I mean if you saw it with and without. That makes a big difference. There's lots of pot lights, upgraded the light fixtures. It's not the worst choice you'd have in this price range. 2150 square feet at 515 is not bad at all. And there you go. Giddings isn't a bad street at all either. So Azleton, I believe this is the Plan 8, which is 1938 square feet. Hit or miss, this is not a real value booster to have the enclosed terrace. It can be handy for the right person. Dark hardwood floors, looks like 9-foot ceilings too. Laminate floor up on the second floor plus hardwood on the main. It's a little bit high to me, especially when you compare to something like this on Simon's Crossing. You get a larger home than that one plus a finished basement. You get a nice quiet street here. 2-car parking in the driveway, so side by side you've got your stone and stucco, which is it's a really nice impression. You drive down the street, this is the home that you kind of go, wow, it's very, very nice. That's the stairs down to the basement, French door there. Berber carpet on the stairs and upstairs. Hardwood floors, and then you've got a really big kitchen, so you don't have a formal living area, which a lot of people don't really use. Plus you have your basement too, but you've got dining plus family plus a big kitchen here. You've got a counter here where kids can do homework, you can cook. It's a really integrated family space. Granite counter plus the backsplash here, upgraded light fixtures. They took the dining room out of the 3-bedroom plan on this model, and they put a little bit of a sitting area here. Very nice place just at the end of the night to read a book, to watch a little TV with the kids. The master is really something you'd see in like a 3,500 square foot home, because you've got his and hers closets. You've got this little place where you could put a couch or a little sitting area. And so you've got your double sinks in the master plus your soaker tub and separate shower. There's some shots of the basement. There is a 4th bedroom there too. And it's pretty good. There's pretty small homes behind here. That one's about 1,600 square feet. So it's a little further back, and great looking home. Very, very nice home. Posbu 568. It's 1,638 square feet. And it's funny because in the description, they're like, oh, this was 5,000. This was 10,000. You don't always get the money back for that. I don't think there's any way these guys are going to sell for anywhere near 570. In fact, if they break 550, I'd be very surprised. Not to say it's not nice inside, but it's just this model. This is so far beyond what this model has sold for, and there's been some really nice ones. All I can say is good luck, and I wish them well, but can't see that happening. Clark Boulevard is $579, and it's funny because I believe that they mislabeled this model. It says it's a Scotswood model, which is 2355 square feet. I believe that it is a Belhaven model, and it's on a 46-foot lot. It is all siding on the outside, but I think it's nice. Like, I think there's some really nice siding homes out there. Little bit old-fashioned. I mean, the carpet, the sort of greenish gray color is probably not helping them too much. A little bit old school. Again, mismatched appliances, white dishwasher and stove, and then you've got your stainless steel. Anyway, it's a nice floor plan. It's only a 3-bedroom. $579 is probably not a bad price for the size of this home, but it's got some old school features. Flooring, paint, 2 very easy things to fix. And I see people that are, I know there's people that are going to look at those pictures and say, I don't like the carpet, and guess what? It's easy to fix. Okay, so London Terrace is about 20, I think it's around 2,200 square feet. It has a separate entrance in the back. Same thing, white hood fan here. Now that I pointed out, you're probably going to see it in all the homes, but it's so easy. It makes such a difference. The kitchen is, without a doubt, the most important room in the house. There's your separate entrance down there. So that's a real separate entrance. You also have a second means of exit up the stairs in the house. That's the 2 means of exit that you really need to do a basement apartment. We've talked a lot about, some of the rules involved with that. From the town, and it's changing. The province has said we need to fit more people in Halton region, and so that basically is having an effect on all the municipal rules and how they're going to change. A bigger front yard is pretty much close to useless. It doesn't have a lot of benefit from a price standpoint. So when you see 65 by 110 inverted pie-shaped lot, look, there's only one pie-shaped lot, and the real value is when the pie is in the back and it's big and it's wider in the back than it is in the front. And so this Bennett model, I think it's around 2,100 square feet. The kitchen is a little bit small. You've got the 9-foot ceilings. It's a nice floor plan, though. You've got a dining room just off to the side. They've finished it well. I mean, for 2,100 square feet at $609, to me it seems a little bit high, but this one has a lot of nice features, and move-in ready always commands a premium. Scott, again, can maybe just downgrade. We don't see a lot of difference for homes on Duncan facing the train tracks. For homes on Scott that are busier, Clark Boulevard, these are streets that get a lot of traffic, but lately it seems like not many people are making the adjustments down for being on the busier streets. Mickey Court is 3,200 square feet. It's one of my favorite floor plans, called a Wild Rose. I'll put the floor plan down below. And so you've got a bit of gardening in the front. You've got pot lights all around this coffered ceiling here. 2-way fireplace with the family room. Separate living room off to the side. So just over to the side here is a little bit of a room where you could put a home office. Whatever you want. There's your family room. Tons of pot lights in this one. Granite counters, you've got a little work desk right here, extra pantry space, glass cabinets on the corners, tons of upgrades here. You've got a covered porch, so if you like to barbecue, you can barbecue 12 months a year. If it's raining, if it's snowing, doesn't matter. You just go out on your little porch there, and it's all good. So there's your master. The lookout windows down below here are fantastic. There's your little back porch right there. Nice stuff. Okay, so the lookout windows, you don't even have to turn on a light in the basement. It's that bright inside. Minto Crescent 734, about 2,900 square feet. Nice finishes inside. Very, very nice. And Minto itself is a pretty quiet road. Open concept layout. Nice stuff. So a little bit on the high side for the size of the home. Usually over 700. It's more than 3,000 square feet, but I think they've got the finishes and the upgrades to compete. Very, very nice. So you get something like the Wild Rose, the Mickey Court. The other thing about Mickey is you can see the escarpment straight from the front door. It's right at the end of the road. Beautiful sunsets there. Tremaine is $800,000, 150 by 310. So we're about an acre on this one. A little bit sort of like rural charm. And the thing about Tremaine at Burnhamthorpe is there's going to be a lot of changes on Tremaine. I would guess that at some point it's going to be a 4-lane road. We have the exit happening north at Tremaine and 401. And I could just see the street being busier and busier and busier the longer you live here. And so you look at road setback and those kind of things. But I would just want to avoid the issue. I think one of the big reasons why people move to the rural section is so that they can avoid some of that noise and hustle bustle. Depending on how close it is to Burnhamthorpe, it might end up being a professional office one day, the same way that you see when you drive south of QEW on here, Ontario, where you see those sort of professional offices. It might look like that one day. So Manswood Trail is 1.1. Nice sort of nice pillars, Georgian style of home. 2,800 square foot home. They've called it colonial, whatever you want to call it. It's fine with me. It looks like it's very well kept inside. The ceiling effect in the family room is very nice. You're on about 2 acres, nice quiet street. And the thing about Manswood is that it's really close to Milton. It's not that far. You could hit Walmart in probably 5 minutes. So that's a nice thing when you're talking about sort of rural. There's people that they go up to a street like Ennisclare or Random Acres. That's far. Like you're 20, 25 minutes. You better not forget something at the grocery store, or you end up going, well, in that case, you probably go up to Acton or Rockwood to get what you need. But anyway, nice and close. You're more connected to the town. 1.1, there are some, I've seen some stuff, even one that listed on Wood Close last year for 929. And was it Wood Close? Southcott is where it was. And I feel they're a little bit high on the price, but they've got a good looking house there. And then Twist, all the girls at the office today went, wow, look at the one on Twist, $5 million. It's impressive inside, there's no doubt about that. 118 acres right away puts you at probably, I'm going to say, between 1 and 1.5 million just for the land alone. 14,000 square feet of living space. The audience is so narrow for something like this that even if it is priced well, it could take a long time to sell. The master ensuite, nice, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with this home. Here's my whole point. This is what I said to the girls. There's a little garage, I guess, here for the hobby cars, and then you've got your triple garage for your weekday cars. If you had $5 million, here's what I believe. People will go down south. They'll go down to Oakville. They'll buy something on water, because water is the ultimate sort of luxury to have, I think, for a residential property. So anyway, if 5 million's in the budget, definitely check this one out. But I could say to you, you probably find some good deals down in Oakville, and you get some advantages, like you're kind of like you're not dealing with septic and all that. It's just whatever you want. But I just think that that's where I'd be going if I had that kind of budget to work with. So that's the list for today. If you have any questions, give us a call, and any feedback, thoughts, you can email us, give us a call. And finally, if there's anything that you want to see in this list, what do? You give us a call. Okay, see you tomorrow.